What's going on, world? I'm your girl, Mary Sweetness, aka Sweetness. Stacks running. We cater to Main Street throwback indie artists, and it pays to be a listener. And if you're brand new to our channel, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. But before we get started, I bless everyone, including myself, with an never-ending cycle of increase and enjoyment. Sorry for the late delay of last week's Thursday's video. But today is Throwback Thursday. We'll just pretend. Shout out to Sirius XM. Shout out to the Brooklyn Way. And shout out to the Stacks Radio family. You really love me and I love you right back. We're celebrating all things Nas Zara, Nas Ola Dara Jones. Excuse me if I pronounced that incorrectly. My bad. Now, I'm going to be as fair as I possibly can because you guys know I'm all things Team Jay-Z. So don't come for me in the comments. If you do, I'm still going to talk my ish. How about that? Okay. Okay. So Nas is the son of a musician. As you guys already know, his father's name is Olu. Nas first came to fame in the late 80s. Of course, he had that hit smash, Life's a Ish and then you die. That's why we get high, because you never know when you're gonna go. That's a bop. That's my bop, okay? He first came on the scene, discovered by the Large Professor with a slew of mixtapes. As you guys already know, Nas has been in the game for over a decade, beefing with the likes of Jay-Z. Now they are respected in the game, and of course gave each other props. But on this particular album, Nas has came again for Jay-Z. Okay, come in, Nas. Nas, don't do that shit. Don't do that, okay? I was really mad at you off of the album Illmatic when you dissed Jay-Z, okay? Now, when you dropped the song Ether, that really hurt my feelings, only because I knew there was nothing. No way could come back from either. Sorry, Jay. I'm sorry. I was mad at Nas for that. Anyway, but I will talk about that in a separate video. But shout out to Nas. As you guys already know, if you're not aware, the album Illmatic has been in the Library of Congress. That's how popular and legendary that album is. Now, we're talking about the King's Disease trilogies. As you guys already know, Nas dropped his album last month. It was called The King Disease Part 3, which is the third trilogy of the trilogies of the King's Disease. Now, today we're going to go over the pros and the cons of the album. Now, you already know Nas is, the lyrics are there, definitely. The storytelling is there. And of course, Nas always paints a picture for every story that he tells on the song. I like the transitions. I like the simple fact that he shouts out Queens and he shouts out different boroughs on the project, and he shouts out DJ Quick, and he also paints a picture, and he also shouts out different people that he's worked with in the past, including MJB, Mary J. Blige. They also did an album which I never critiqued, but I should have. Shout out to MJB. He also shouted out Mary J. Blige as well, too. Now we're going over the cons of the album. Now, I will talk about this, and I've also talked about this on a separate interview when it comes to Nas. Nas even knows this. The beats, I'm always looking for a signature beat for Nas, like a signature sound. I have not found it yet, and I have not found it on this album. And to be honest, we'll probably never find it. Nas is not one of those people, in my opinion, that cares about a signature hard edge beat. It's all about the beats, the rhymes to the beat. Yes, in my opinion. And I believe Nas feels the same way, because even in this album, he talks about the signature beat. And of course, I like the signature beat to the sound, yes. And he also talks about the critique, or just when you find that one MC that just makes you go, which is on the album as well too. Now, I'm not really too blown away with the King Disease album Part 3, only because I wasn't impressed with the beats. But as far as the lyrics, yes. As far as the visual and the simple fact that Nas is still doing his thing after over a decade in the game, absolutely. Nas is a vet. He should be respected. And now I do like the fact that he did come for Nas in the song, I think it's called Triumph or Trump, where he talks about that his beef is not over with Nas's beef is not over with Jay, and Jay responded with a picture with a slew of Grammys sitting around taunting Nas, which is good competition between the two vets. Now, I'm looking for Nas and maybe Jay-Z to come out with maybe a double album. I would love that. The two vets to go head to head. Both lyrics address the beef in the past, and of course showing MCs alike that even people that beef could come together for the love of hip-hop and touch mics as they did in the past, but do it on wax. I would love to see that. Jay-Z, make that happen. Nas, make that happen. But as far as the King Disease album part 3, it wasn't a flop for me. I thought it was a good album. I just wish that the beats would be a little better. Sorry, Nas. I just, you know, I really feel about how I feel like you should have a signature beat that's more hard edge. But that's just me. But as far as doing what Nas is supposed to do for his fans, yes, lyrics. Of course, Nas telling the story, and of course, Nas painting that picture, and of course, definitely being the signature pioneer that he is in the game. Well, I'm done with this. We want to know, do you think that Nas is underrated? Do you think that Nas has been slept on? Do you like the trilogies? Do you think that the King's Disease Part 3 is a bop? Do you think it's a flop? Put it in the comments. And also, shout out to everyone that has slept on Nas, especially the ones in the hip hop industry that has called Nas irrelevant. How could you ever? Nas will always be relevant, okay? When you're in the book of Congress, then you could talk about hip hop. But if you're a featured artist and don't have signature hits by yourself, how could you ever come for Nas? And the person that said the comment about Nas, I would never give you the satisfaction to shout you out on this video. No shade. Anyway, I'm done with this. I'm your girl, Mary Sweetness, aka Sweetness, Stacks for the weekend to mainstream throwback indie artist, and it pays to be a listener. Remember that the best yet to come, and if I can leave some encouraging words, spread love because you can. We'll see you on the show, stationhead.live/Mary Sweetness at 8:45 p.m.